Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have the 1972 Eisenhower Dollar, and this is just a huge coin. But I have a stack of them here. We're going to go through them and talk about some special things about the 1972. And let's just start with this one. It says Liberty at the top, Eisenhower facing to the left, In God We Trust under his chin, in 1972 here. And if we tip it way up, we can see an F and a G there for Frank Gasparo, who was the engraver of these coins. It gets a little worn, but take my word for it, there's an F and a G there. This is one of the few coins in U.S. history that has an engraver's initials on the front and the back, the same engraver, and that's Frank Gasparo. If we tip it up, we see it's a copper, nickel-clad copper. This coin does come in a silver version, a silver-clad version, they call it. So instead of putting a copper nickel cladding over the front and over the back, they put a silver cladding over the front and over the back, and with the same center. They came out with that in 1971 with the first version of the coins, and kept doing that throughout the series. And in 1976 they actually came out with a special silver-proof set version with a quarter, a half dollar, and a dollar. And you can tell the ones that are silver clad because they will have the S on them right here. This is the San Francisco Mint set version, and this of course is the 76 to 96, 1776 to 1976 version. The silver clad coins are worth anywhere from $15 to $20. Other coins in this series are generally going to be worth from $2 to $4. If you get to MS63 for this one, you're going to start getting up in the 1972 to somewhere around $5. MS65, you're getting up to $100. But there's one special variety, and I want to talk to you about that special variety, which is on the back of the 1972 coins. There's three varieties, but on the back, there's one that's worth probably $10 used, $100 in MS63, and $1,500 in MS65. In Mint State 65 or MS65 is pretty darn good shape. So it says United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum here, and this is the Earth over the eagle's shoulder, right shoulder. This is the eagle landing on the moon, holding an olive branch. It says $1 here, so this is the moon surface with the craters. And then down here, that's the second initials of Frank Gasparo. So he has it on the front, underneath, and then he has it on the back here, Frank Gasparo. Now let's look at that moon. So there are three versions of this. There is the three islands to the right of Florida, and that's Florida right there. Let me try to get a little better pointer here. So there's Florida coming down. And of course, when the eagle looks over the eagle's shoulder, of course, you see the United States centered on the Earth. It doesn't quite look like that, but so there's three islands here. You can see them down below Florida. And if they go to the right of Florida, that is called the Type 1 version. So let's look at some other ones and see what else we got. Here's a Denver Mint version. So this one, the first one we looked at, you notice that there's no mint mark here. The mint marks are down here, and they're really small. In fact, they are the same size, and we talked about in another video, as the Susan B. Anthony mint marks. So you see the D there and the D there. Same mint mark. This is a 79 instead of a 72, but you see that that's the same exact size, but it's on this coin. So when you get far away from this coin, it is sometimes really hard to see that there's a mint mark there. Here's a Denver. Now let's look at the islands version on this one. So we have, see how these islands go kind of over to the right? So the islands move, that's kind of the point of this, or they're not there. And see this one just a little bit like kind of centered on Florida. So this would be the islands to the right version too, even though it looks kind of like it's centered on Florida. Let's find another one here. This one kind of centered on Florida, so we still haven't found the one that we're looking for that would be a little different. This one a little bit to the left, but not much. This one way to the left. So let's look at this one. See how this one, there's islands to the left of the point? This one there are islands only to the right of the point. Here's Florida, and when we look at the islands, we see that they kind of go over to the right of Florida, this peninsula coming down. On this one here, we see how the islands go over to the left of Florida. That's the Type 3 version. There's one more type version. That's the Type 2 version with no islands. See if we got one here. Nope, we do not have. That's not one. And that's the one that's going to be worth all kinds of money. So look for that one. Look for the Eisenhower Dollar from 1972 where the islands aren't on there. Not that they've gotten worn off, but they weren't on there at all. And if it's in good shape, it's going to be worth $1,500. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. This has been our 1972 Eisenhower Dollar coin video.